Holy shit, I bet you don't even recognize me, do you? It's been a minute. Oh, sorry, I have you propped to my dashboard and I'm driving. You don't have to, my kids are not in the car. You don't have to tell me how unsafe it is. I get it. You're better than I am. Driving to my parents' house to have coffee. I just wanted to give you a little update. Yeah, I haven't journaled in a hot minute. By a hot minute, I mean like a hot 4 weeks. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy, and life, you know, life. The pukes hit our house, and then Fatty was kind of off. Turns out he's diabetic. Go figure. So now we've just been getting in that new routine of the insulin and all of the stuff. And, you know, like, Michael hates Fatty. I mean, but hate love. Like, he hates that he loves him. Maybe. Or maybe he just hates him. I don't know. But, so then I was feeling kind of guilty, and then I wanted to work a little bit extra, you know, to cover the cost of my obese cat's medications, and, just for my own personal guilt reasons. And then, you know, just work life stuff, you know, going forward with buying a practice, like, we're adulting hardcore, and right now the dishwasher's broken, so that, I don't know why I say that like it makes life 1,000 times harder, but that is the reason I have not been with you. The dishwasher is broken. No, it's not, but it doesn't help the situation. And like, okay, so Fatty started, I noticed every morning that when I went to feed him, the bowl was completely empty of water. I mean, and usually it's not completely empty. This happened for like a week. And then the litter box, like, we have clumping litter and they share it, and I scoop it daily, or sometimes twice a day, but usually daily. I take pride in my cat rearing abilities. My house is not a cat house. It does not smell like cats. You might not even know the cats live there if you did not see one. But the box was like, the whole like front quarter of the box was like one giant pee clump. Like, that's a lot of pee. And so I was like, this isn't right. The nurse in me was like, I think you've got the beatus. So I took him in, and lo and behold, if you're a veterinarian out there, I applaud you. I was gonna say I hate you because you're really expensive, but then I started thinking, you're a doctor and you have to charge for your services, so I get it. I get it. It's just people are more likely to complain because they don't have insurance on their pet like they do on their children, so they don't complain when their children have to have lab work. You just do it because the insurance company will cover it if you're lucky enough to have a job and have health insurance. These are all big ifs. So what was I saying? Yeah, so he's diabetic, and I don't even know where I was going with that. If this gives you any idea of where my brain is at. Well, there you go. And then, well, partly, we were on spring break for that week, you know, and I tried to do fun things with my kids, which I think was partially successful. They had fun. We had a good spring break. We're going to Florida here in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Breaks. So that'll be awesome. This is just a general life update. I will get back to, you know, what you all came for. The scheduled programming at some point. At some point. I can't make any promises. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update, tell you I'm not dead. Because a few of you, Galena, have asked me where I am. Like, hey bro, you okay? You alive? Because this should tell you it's part of my mental state. If somebody doesn't post for a while, I'm like, are they dead? Do you think they died? Like, because that could happen. Forget the phone. I don't even know. Yeah, so I'm not dead. I'm here. Just living the life, I tell you. Living the life. So, yeah, going to my parents for coffee, and then I was going to try and jog today. It is currently raining. So, the whole health and fitness, still haven't climbed back on that wagon. Yeah. So, I'm probably at an all-time low right now. And by all-time low, I mean all-time high. Wait. So, well, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. But, I really hope this whole thing isn't rattly. There we go. What else? What else can I tell you? The kids are good now that no one's puking. Michael has a terrible sinus infection, but he refuses to go to the doctor because that's just the kind of guy he is. And but he said he would go today if it wasn't any better. He said this last night in a NyQuil haze. Because he had a cold, a regular cold, that then moved down into his chest and then moved back up into his sinuses. Sounds amazing, right? He's like, it hasn't been long enough. I'm like, it's been 2 weeks that you have not been feeling well. He's like, well, but it hasn't been in my sinuses for 2 weeks. Typical man. So, oh my God, I need to get a phone mount if I'm gonna talk to you guys like this. It's driving me mad. So I hope that he goes to the doctor today, but although he did wake up this morning and said it's not as bad, he said my eyeball doesn't feel like it's gonna pop like projectile out of my head. Progress. So that's good. The other night I thought it would be amazing if I helped out the night shift because they were really short. So instead of leaving at 11 p.m. like I typically do, I stayed until 7 a.m. and worked to 16. My old ass doesn't do that. So I had to sleep a lot to recover from that. But the upside is I was kind of like a hero. So I like to do it very sparingly and only when they're very desperate. That way the stories of my greatness last longer. Like, did you hear Emily worked to 16? She really helped us out. Like, did you hear? Emily worked to 16? And partly it's because people are like, what? She worked extra? She doesn't even like to work the shift she has. But then they're like, oh, that was really helpful. So if I can do it at a really clutch moment, then it makes it very far and few between that I have to do it, because the story of the glory of the last time carries me through. So yeah. Yeah, anyway. This is so rambly. I'm so sorry. I'm really not. This is what you get right now. I'm really not sorry. What else? What else? My daughter is in full teenager mode, except the problem is she's not even 7. So currently trying to deal with that attitude, and for that I have one thing to say. I'm so sorry, Mom, for all the years I was such a bitch. I was a good kid, but man was I a bitch. I remember literally having a great day at school, being in a fine mood, and then the minute I would hit the door coming home from school, it was like a light switch in my brain. I went into total like, well, brat mode. Like, if I were my mom, I would have slapped me. So she's got a lot of self-restraint. Like, she could never make the right thing for dinner. Oh no. I come home and I'd be like,
what is that smell? What is that smell? Are you cooking something? What is that smell?
And she'd be like, I'm making a roast. And I'd be like,
oh my God, I'm not eating that. That's so disgusting. It smells like barf in here. Oh, I can't believe you. I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that.
And then I'd like eat peanut butter out of a jar on saltines. I don't even know. Oh, this person is stalled at the worst possible location. Dude, you cannot stall your car right there. Not an option. Poor thing. It's like right in front of a different elementary school during drop-off. Worst place to stall ever. If that's hell, then God, I hope I'm going to heaven. So, let's see. Oh, Addie wanted to take a walk / bike ride with me the other night. When Henry, I had picked him up puking from school, dropped him off an hour earlier, totally fine, and then she calls me at 10:15 and she's like, Henry's in the nurse's office and he says he feels like he's gonna throw up. And I was like, oh God, I'll be there. Because he's not a complainer. Like, he doesn't go to the nurse. Like my daughter, the nurse and my daughter are like this. Like, she go there all the time. But Henry doesn't go to the nurse. So she's like, he's not really a complainer, so... And he's really pale. And I was like, oh God. Because he has a weak stomach. Like, he's the puker in the family. And so I get him. I walk into the office. And I see him sitting in the nurse's office with a giant trash can in front of him. And his face is white. Except for around his mouth is green. I'm literally not joking about that. It was horrific. So that was a fun day. So Addie wanted to go on a walk that night, and Michael had to go lead the Boy Scout meeting that Henry couldn't go to. And I was like, we can't go on a walk because Henry's sick and he can't go, and I can't leave him at home alone. And she's like,
I cannot believe you. You're such a vagina.
With that, I will leave you and I will tell you that I'm not dead. I just look like it. And I miss you guys. I really do. And I'll be back. So keep liking and subscribing and watching my old videos. Because, well, if nothing else, you're helping to pay for my diabetic cat right now. So I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Psych. I'm not done talking to you. After I got done with my mom and dad's, I wanted to show you what my mom made because she is an absolute beast. Okay. So she thought it would be really fun to have the kids be able to have like a special like journal notebook that they could journal and scrapbook and memory keep our trip to Florida. So she made them each a journal kit. God, she's the best. Okay, so she bought, this is such a cute idea for a child in your life that you want to like encourage memory keeping and journaling and stuff. So she bought composition books from Target, and then just like regular composition books for like 99 cents or 75 cents, whatever they are. And then she bought a couple fat quarters, like if you're into quilting, just at a fabric store. I think she bought 2 each to make each one. So 2 fat quarters, they're $3 a piece, so $6, and then the 75-cent notebook or whatever. And then she sewed cute covers for the composition notebook. Like, this is obviously Addie's. And these are removable, so I mean they could take these off and put them on another journal at some point if they wanted. But so this is Addie's, the unicorn, and then it's just a composition notebook that they can journal in. Oh, somebody just pulled up right beside me, and that's super awkward. I'm just tacking this on to the end of the video. And then she sewed little, well, she bought them supplies to put in there. So markers, mechanical pencils, don't look at me, mechanical pencils, a glue stick, they each have a glue stick, and then a thing of Crayola Super Tips with all the colors so that they can art to their heart's content. And she thought like the glue stick would be cool because they could glue in like their airplane tickets, and they could glue in, you know, if we go on a nature hike and they find a cool leaf or something, they could glue in that. We could take them to the beach and they could draw pictures of the sunset or of sea life that they find, you know. And then she thought that it would be easier to then dealing with the box if she sewed a little matching drawstring bag for the markers. Oh my God, it's adorable. It's freaking adorable. So they each have a little drawstring bag to put their markers in and their little journal. So that's Addie's. And then she's gonna buy them little scissors to keep in their kits. But she thought that she'd buy those down when she gets down there because she didn't want to have to worry about them getting through security, which is smart. She's always thinking that one. So isn't that cute? And let's see. So that's Adeline's. She will love that. And then this is Henry's. Oh my God, it's so cute. It's sloths. Oh my God. Isn't that amazing? He'll love it because he is a sloth. He's like a sloth embodied. He is his mother's son. And then she made him a drawstring bag for his markers. So this is great because they won't be fighting over the supplies. And it'll be something really fun for them. Hopefully they can record the memories that we make on our couple-day trip. And she just likes doing this stuff, so she had fun doing it. And it's just adorable. And if you want to know how to make these, you can search composition notebook covers, or I can get her to explain it. If you have a sewing machine and you can sew in a straight line, you could definitely do it. So that means any of you could do it. So that's that. And then she didn't want me to feel left out, so she made me one. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Look at the fabric on the inside. Oh my god. So we're all gonna be able to scrapbook our Florida trip, and I'm hoping that my kids will really have fun and that they'll journal, you know? Like, I'm thinking every day we'll have some journaling time where we can all do it together, because if I do it, they want to sit down and do something, so that would be really fun. And we'll write about the things we do on our trip, and we'll keep our ticket stubs and fun things that we do. We're going on a pirate cruise. They can keep like their pirate ticket cruise stubs and scrapbook all of that stuff in there. So if you have a kid in your life that you want to get into memory keeping, but you don't want to like spend a whole lot of money, that's an awesome idea. It's really cute. So yeah, probably less than $10 for everything if you can get the markers and stuff on sale, or they probably have markers. She just wanted it to be a whole kit to give them because she thought that would be really exciting. And it will be. They will love that. And it's one of each, so that won't have to deal with them arguing over who gets the blue marker when there's 10 blue markers, except for they both want the same blue marker. So now, problem solved. So I just wanted to show you that because it's mildly journal related, and this is supposedly a journaling channel, as you just listen to me ramble about absolutely nothing for 15 minutes. So now I'm really done, and I will go upload this. I hope you guys are doing well and having a good spring, and I'll be back soon. All right, bye.